There is an area that I don't really focus on as much, and that is Kent. Today's video is going to focus on Kent as I start my journey at Faversham, which is where I'm currently at, and we'll go to Margate. Now there is stakes to this video because I'm going to visit every single station en route. But if one train gets cancelled, I won't be able to visit that railway station because some stations on this route only have an hourly service. So I'm now on the 10:50 Southeastern service to Ramsgate, and the first station we're stopping off at is Winstable. So after we left Faversham, we actually branched off the main line to Dover, and we're actually on the Chatham main line Ramsgate branch. And the first station we're stopping off at en route is Winstable. And first glances at this railway station, it does really look quite nice, to be honest with you. This station's also got half an hour frequency, one service per hour from London St Pancras International to Ramsgate, and a service from London Victoria to Ramsgate as well. Winstable does have a very long railway history, but I'm only going to focus on the current railway station that I'm standing on. Now, it opened on the 1st of January 1950 by the Southeastern Chatham Railway, replacing an earlier station that was built in 1860, which is 705 yards west from the current railway station. It was also named Winstable Town and Tankerton. In 1936 it was renamed to Winstable and Tankerton, and in 1979 it was renamed to its current name, Winstable. Hello. So we have bumped into two things at Winstable station. First of all, a lovely cat, and secondly a class 376 electric multiple unit that was going from Slade Green to Ramsgate. And as I mentioned, Winstable is a very nice station, but we shall be moving on to the next station. Now this next station has only got an hourly service, but the next station I'm stopping off at is Chesfield and Swalcliffe.
The next station is Chesfield and Swalcliffe.
So we have now made it to the next railway station. This has only got an hourly service with the London Victoria to Ramsgate services calling at this railway station. The Class 395 Javelins from St Pancras International to Ramsgate do speed through this railway station. But this is Chesfield and Swalcliffe. And the one thing I noticed about this railway station is it's very narrow and it's very different to the previous station we visited. I have measured the platform gap between the edge of the platform and the yellow line, and it's roughly about 4 feet. So it's very narrow platforms here at Chesfield and Swalcliffe. Chestfield and Swellcliffe was actually opened by the Southern Railway. It opened on the 6th of July 1930 as Swellcliffe Halt. During its time it was renamed to Chestfield and Swellcliffe Halt, but in 1987 it was renamed to Chestfield, and then 2 years later in 1989 it was renamed to its current name, Chestfield and Swellcliffe. Now, apart from a busy main road which is next door to this railway station, to be honest, this railway station is pretty quiet. But we shall be leaving Chestfield and Swellcliffe on the next Southeastern service. Now, we've got 3 more stations to go before we get to Margate, and the next station up the line is Herne Bay. So let's catch our train now and head to Herne Bay. So between Faversham and Margate, there's actually 5 railway stations, and this is station number 3. So technically, this is the halfway point in today's video as I make way towards Margate. This is Herne Bay, and there's some very interesting things about this railway station already. It's got staggered platforms, only 2 platforms, but it looks like it used to be 3 platforms. There is a disused platform here at Herne Bay. It's also having a new footbridge being installed, and lifts as well to make this station disabled access friendly. Herne Bay started its life as a temporary terminus. The station was actually built in 1861 by the Herne Bay and Faversham Railway Company, but London, Chatham and Dover Railway trains operated the line. But the line was acquired by the London, Chatham and Dover Railway in 1871. Now, when the station was opened, it was actually named Herne Bay and Hampton-on-Sea. But on the 5th of October 1863, the station was resited to the current station we're standing on right now, when the line was extended to Ramsgate. Yes, one thing about today is it's going to be very windy. But this railway station, Herne Bay, is just absolutely magnificent. It's got a lovely station building, and inside the station building it's got a lovely booking office / waiting room. I really do like that. But we shall be leaving Herne Bay on the next Southeastern service to Birchington-on-Sea. And it's only 4 coaches this one, so we're going to catch the train and let's head to station number 4 out of 5 we're visiting today. So we have now made it to station number 4. This is Birchington-on-Sea, and the first thing impressed me was the station building. Just absolutely magnificent. When the Class 375 departed the station, I was just like, wow, what a wonderful station building. It's also got a footbridge here as well, but the station is served by half an hour frequency. An hourly service from London Victoria to Ramsgate and an hourly service from London St Pancras International to Ramsgate as well. When I was explaining the history of Herne Base Station, I did say the line was extended to Ramsgate in 1863, and Birchington-on-Sea was one of those stations opened in that year. It opened on the 5th of October 1863 by the Kent Coast Railway as Birchington. It wasn't until 1878 it was renamed to its current name, Birchington-on-Sea, and it was also a junction station for a branch line to RAF Manston. I wouldn't mind coming back to Birchington-on-Sea, to be honest. It's a lovely station, but it's 4 down, 1 to go. So our next train now will take us to the penultimate station, Westgate-on-Sea. And Westgate-on-Sea is the other station that is served by an hourly service. So let's get our train now, Southeastern service, and let's head to Westgate-on-Sea. So we have now reached the penultimate station. This is Westgate-on-Sea. And also this station is just outside the boundary of Margate as well. But what I've noticed about this area is it's absolutely gorgeous. It's definitely like a Victorian seaside town. It's just absolutely gorgeous. Also, this station is served hourly by the London Victoria to Ramsgate services. The London St Pancras International to Ramsgate services do pass through here. But also it's got a lovely waiting room. I'm not sure if it's open. It's got a lovely station building as well, but I think that station building is closed. So most of the railway stations we looked at today, they do have history about them, but this one, Westgate-on-Sea, is kind of the opposite. It has very little history. This station opened in April 1871. I think it may be opened by the London, Chatham and Dover Railway, but I'm not sure on that one, to be honest with you. So the day before this video was filmed, I went to the Chatham Show at the historic dockyard in Chatham because there was a modern railway show on there and I had a good time filming the layouts. I also met Alan Reynolds at Buckland Junction, Stanover Modern Railway and Dawn Quest from Modern Railway Quests. But there was a person that came up to me on the Lambourne layout. I didn't get your name, sorry, which I do apologise, but I have to say a huge thank you to you because I was chatting to him yesterday and I said I wasn't quite sure which video I was going to film in Kent because I had one day in Kent, stayed overnight in Chatham, and I was going to film a video around the Kent area the next day. And he suggested Faversham to Ramsgate. And I said, you know what, that's actually a good idea. And it didn't disappoint. Even though we only go to Margate today, not Ramsgate, it didn't disappoint with the railway stations I've visited. And it has really been wonderful visiting these railway stations. So I have to say a huge thank you to that person. But it's not over yet because we do have one more train to catch. The 1623 Southeastern service to Ramsgate, but the next station is Margate. So when I was at the Chatham Show, chatting to this guy who suggested to do the line from Faversham to Ramsgate, he did also say Margate is a beautiful station. And to be honest, I do agree with him. Margate looks fantastic. A beautiful station indeed. It's also got a modern railway at this railway station. How cool is that? But also we visit the other stations between Faversham and Margate today without a hitch, no cancellations, and it has really been successful. So I'm going to put another video right here. This is Thanet Parkway, which opened in 2023. Feel free to give that a click because I'd love to come back to Kent one day to do some more stations. The people on screen now, YouTube channel members and Patreon supporters, thank you for supporting the channel. I've been SimOnTrains, thanks for watching. I'll see you at a railway station for a new journey down the line.